Assalamualaikum and good greetings. So today I will be watching another video by Mr. Whaatwaa, titled Mr. Whaatwaa looking for a wife. Can a Muslim man marry a Christian woman? Question mark. So I believe that is basically the question that will be posed in this video. I have mentioned before, have I? One of the things that I wondered about this reverts, right? Especially the YouTubers that become Muslim, is what will be the next step in terms of the family, right? Who will they marry, right? So not only them, but of course because they are in the limelight, being a public figure, so that question becomes like higher on the list of my curiosity, because those Muslim that reverted from through the effort of some institution, right? So in Malaysia we have many dakwah institution, including, for example, Hidayah Center, etc. So I do notice that some people who become Muslim through their effort, and then after that following up with the classes, etc., to understand Islam, they tend to be helped out by the institution to pair up with, for example, another Muslim revert of the opposite sex, and then to get married, right? So it is helped out in that way. But for those who are becoming Muslim like this, right, because it is as if, or not as if, it's almost because of interaction with online, etc., and then they become Muslim. So what's next? Who will you marry? And from this question, because I think Mr. Whaatwaa, to be fair, his option is those who he know around him, right? So I think among those he know is a Christian woman, right? From his from his friend, for example, right? Hence this question can be a valid one. So I think without further ado, we'll watch what he has to say in this video first, and then perhaps some of my comment. So without further ado,
Assalamu alaikum Whaatwaa family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mr. Whaatwaa, and today, guys, I gotta talk to you guys about something that's been on my mind for the past couple of I guess you could say for about a month or two, around the time that I was reverting to Islam. Listen guys, I got a question that I need to ask you guys. As y'all know, I reverted to Islam about a month ago. And right now, I want to ask one question. I want to know, my question is, I've been a Christian or a Catholic all my life, right? And I just reverted to Islam. So, if y'all remember, there's this girl. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a video I did with this girl. Her name is Jasmine, or y'all might call her Yasmin. There's a video I did with her, and you know, when I told her, you know, she's my friend, and when I told her that I wanted to revert back to, you know, Islam, she was so welcoming. You know, if you guys remember that video, she was so welcoming. She was so energized, just so happy. You know what I'm saying? Happy for me and everything like that. So I was thinking to myself that if I was going to figure out a woman that I was gonna, you know, try to be with, I believe it would be Jasmine. I believe it would be Yasmin.
okay, this is quite interesting. Not just because he professed, you know, one of the option, or the option currently is that particular girl, but because this is public, right? What would the people, their friends, etc., think about this, right? Because I cannot imagine myself in that position, say something publicly, you know, I'm considering this girl. That's bizarre.
But I want to get the Whaatwaa family's, you know what I'm saying, opinion on it. Can a Muslim man marry a Christian woman? I need someone to get down in the comment section and please answer that question for me.
Okay, I do believe many Muslim will comment many things But the way that, okay, this is my initial comment. The way that the question is formed is more on, is it allowed, right? Basically, can a Muslim person marry a Christian woman, for example, or a non-Muslim woman? Of course, there is discussion about it, about marrying Ahlul Kitab, etc., etc., etc. But I think that is not the most critical question should be asked at this point, in my personal humble opinion, because that is about the law, or whether you can or cannot, whether it is allowed or not allowed. However, the bigger question is, because marriage is not just, is it allowed or not allowed? Is this girl allowed or not allowed for me to marry her? Because marriage is beyond that, right? Because especially if you have a certain vision, what you want to achieve in life, etc., that the marriage, hence the person to become your life partner, is a huge part of that, going towards that. So if the partner do not believe or share the same vision, the same value, etc., even though she is among the women that you are allowed to marry, it might not be the best option. Just like when you say allowed is halal, right? It is halal for me to eat cake, sweets, etc. But some food, even though it is halal, it can make me obese, if you know what I mean. So it might not be just because, but it's halal, why can't I? No, it's not a good idea to eat that stuff, even though it is halal, right? So, something like that, right? So even though, because I'm not going to that discussion about marrying a non-Muslim, marrying Ahlul Kitab, Jews or Christian, even though there's a discussion about that, but your consideration should be beyond that, beyond what is permissible. It should be, is this the best way forward? Because this is a big decision in your life, really. Because I can marry any Muslim that I want, in terms of the fiqh, whether I'm allowed or not. But the factors or the criteria that I put forth back then relates to what kind of life, what kind of family, what kind of vision, what kind of goal in life that I really want to be happening. And then not all Muslim women share that same vision and value, right? So yeah, so that's from my perspective.
If you guys approve of this, if you guys want me to, if you guys want me to ask Jasmine, basically, if you guys want me to pursue Jasmine, then I want you guys to get in the comment section and let me know if it's okay for me to do that as a Muslim man and she being a Christian woman.
That is an interesting thing to ask. Of course, I think many will say you shouldn't ask the commenters because they are not the most knowledgeable people, right? But I do also understand where he comes from, because from his personal experience and what leads him to consider Islam in the first place, etc., is the interaction with people who commented, etc., etc. So somewhat I do understand that side of it, because you have, you this kind of relationship with the viewer, with the audience, and it feels right to do so. But
yeah, guys, like that's the thing that I've been sitting here thinking about and trying to wonder, like, how am I going to make this work? Hold on, guys. This came from Amelie's. Oh, that's some good coffee. Oh, that's some good coffee. Some real good coffee. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, I just want to know y'all opinion. I know in my mind, I think that it's okay. I think a Muslim man I think he can marry a non-Muslim woman, but I think it has to be I think if I remember right, it has to be, she has to be whether Christian or she has to be Jewish, if I remember right. So if I'm right, guys, let me know.
Yeah, so that is the discussion regarding marriage of Ahlul Kitab, marriage with someone from, Ahlul Kitab. Yeah, but again, I don't think that is the main question to be asked, regardless of which mazhab or fatwa that you hold on. That should not be the first question. The first question is, beyond that, this is a big decision to make for many years, many decades to go in your life.
But yeah, I'm thinking about pursuing Jasmine as far as, making her my wife. So just get down in the comment section, guys. Let me know if y'all think this is a good fit. And I just need an opinion. And, Whaatwaa family, you guys are my family, and I am bringing everything to you guys raw and real, a real revert story. But other than that, guys, I got my sandwich. I'm about to go ahead and enjoy it.
Okay, yeah. So I do understand his intention, so to speak, his approach, because he did mention that he will portray as raw as it is, because he is a new Muslim or a new revert, and he goes through a real question in life, and he will just present it as raw as it is. But I think he, or all of us, should also realize that when we say something and when we involve someone else, it might get tricky. For example, he mentioned that, straightforward, as raw as it is, that he is considering Jasmine, right? Of course, it doesn't seem problematic if Jasmine saw that and heard that, right? It's just pure. But if she's then read through the comment, and some people may say certain things that might be, understood differently, or because some people in comment, they do not consider, perhaps they have a good point, but the way they deliver it can be understood by those who do not share the same value or religion or faith or whatever, can be understood in totally weird way, or and it can become something that is complicated later on, right? Just like some YouTuber drama just before, quite recently, where something happened and then some people in support of someone put a certain comment, but they did not realize that that comment hurt other people, and then it meaning it's not good when that chain reaction happened, and then from one person got hurt to many person got hurt, and the drama, unnecessary drama, come to light, right? So hopefully nothing will happen in this case, but people on the internet, they comment, they do not consider the effect sometimes, so that's what I'm fearing most. But anyway, this is a big question, but I do hope that he have someone around him to really give a good advice, because I do have, when looking back like 20 years ago, how many years before I got married, I have the privilege to be able to be in interaction with some of the elders, some who have gone through life, marriage life, having multiple children's, is it grandchildren already at that time, but not just having kids, small kids, but already grown up, etc. So the wisdom that they share sometimes is priceless, and it becomes something that you can use so that you are more guided in your decision making throughout life, right? So I do really appreciate those word of wisdoms from all the asatiza and shuyukh, etc. I'm blessed to have this opportunity, but I don't think many people have such opportunity. So if I can give back, I truly hope so. So I like to be dealing with young people nowadays, university level people. So because sometimes at that level, I do understand. I was once that we think that thinking about marriage is no, wait until I'm working, etc. When I'm about to marry, when I have the enough money, etc. I'll think about it. But there are many things that you should already think way ahead of time, so that when the time comes, you already prepare what you need to prepare. Not just monetary aspect, but there's a lot of things mentally, etc., 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 etc. Right? Maybe we'll do a different video about that, but yeah, including when, at what age, including as well who, what type of person, including as well from which type of family, if that aspect is important for your circumstances and for your long-term goal, etc., 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 right? Yeah. So anyone interested in that topic, we can do a specific video on that, what to look forward to in terms of marriage. And yeah, because I do consult, I have discussion about one person before, right after his graduation. So when I discussed, and he said no, he's not looking at marriage yet, because he have to work for several years before having enough financial foundation to actually go into marriage. But after discussion, he become clear that, oh, okay, there's a lot more to that, just then have enough money and then straight we go to marriage, right? So there's a lot of things that when you understand what you need to discuss, especially for those who have big ambition in life. I'm not saying big ambition in terms of worldly big ambition, but I'm saying about you really want to your life, that when you die, you fulfill a big ambition for the hereafter, basically, right? So if you have something like that, then you have to actually think about marriage ahead of time, because that is critical. Anyway, if you're interested about that, do mention in the comment below any question, etc. We can do a specific video on that, inshallah. But anyway, I'm hoping I make dua for Mr. Whaatwaa, or is it Hamzah, his Muslim name, if I'm not mistaken, that he got good advice around him and make the best decision for his future, inshallah. Wallahu alam. See you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you next time and have a great week.